Are the legends about the satanic rituals and the circle of graves real? I heard die. Did you hear that? Did you guys hear that? I heard die. Is there a ghost of a dog roaming around the cemetery? Within Erie, Pennsylvania, lies the Erie Cemetery. Head down a modest tree-lined path, and through the Erie Cemetery, you will see countless dated headstones and crypts. The cemetery was founded in 1851, and is host to some of the area's most elite industrialists from the city's past. Amongst a number of mausoleums that are burrowed into the ridge is one that is known as the Vampire's Crypt. The crypt is not donned with elaborate features. In fact, it is generic in nature, but did not begin that way. Above the darkened marble slab that blocks the entrance hovers a lintel, where a name was once inscribed, but since has been deliberately chiseled away, leaving only insignia of flora in the form of a V. The mausoleum is owned by Gertrude Brown, but there is no one by that name that lies within the dark enclosure. The first body stored within was G.W. Goodrich, who died November 14, 1884, but several others would soon join him, 3 of which had been exhumed from a nearby non-dimensional cemetery and moved into the crypt. Cemetery records show that over time there had been 7 individuals stored within the marble vault. Some records include names and dates of passing, but the records are incomplete, sketchy at best. Thanks to genealogical research performed by Jibril Ahmad, we know that the majority of these occupants bore the last name of Goodrich, Gertrude Brown being one of the last heirs that outlived most of her family, as most of the past inhabitants died young, between 1870 and 1880, with some records of most habitants who have been in. There are 2 that remain unnamed, with no records. It is said that the man had journeyed to Romania, and upon his return to Erie, died shortly after of consumption. It was only a short time after his burial that strange and horrifying events began to occur. Dead bodies were soon being discovered in the suburbs that surround the cemetery. Each one of them possessed a puncture wound on their necks, and their bodies were drained of blood. It was the maintenance man that lived on the grounds which discovered the evil creature's secret. In response, the crypt was burned, the doors chained, and the name above violently removed for all time. But this is not where the legend ends. Many attempts have been made to enter the crypt throughout the past decades. One successful attempt was made sometime in the 1930s by a young man that was determined to see who slumbered within the vault. Armed with a chisel and crowbar, the man was able to enter the tomb. Though the act took him most of the night, just before dawn he opened the tomb to find a putrid stench to welcome him. After composing himself with the foul odor, he entered the tomb to discover a rotten wooden coffin. In order to have proof that he did indeed enter the tomb, the teen snatched a ring from its weathered finger and fled the scene before the sun rose. Immediately the boy ran to his best friend's home, eager to share his conquest while providing proof of his mission being completed. The boy swore his friend to secrecy and then returned home to rest. The second young man could not wait to share the story with his other friends, and after school he and a group of other young men trekked to the first youth's home in order to see the ring that he had claimed from the bloodthirsty beast. Upon their arrival, they were met at his door by the mother, who explained that her son was asleep, but the boys insisted on speaking with him. When she went to his room to tell him he had visitors, she found her son dead. His eyes stared blankly back at her, his mouth frozen in a horrified yet silent scream. and his ring finger had been ripped from his hand. After the event had been investigated, the crypt was again sealed and chains were placed on the opening to ensure that the evil would lie within and would remain. So I hope you guys enjoyed that history on the Vampire's Crypt. There's a lot of legends and stories that surround this place, but that was definitely the creepiest one I could find. So I hope you enjoyed that history. We get a spirit box session in here, and this is probably the creepiest grave I've ever seen in my life. Not even kidding. So I hope you guys enjoy. Subscribe to the Urban Files, and let's get into it, guys. What is up, you guys? Today we are checking out the Erie Street Cemetery in Erie, Pennsylvania. This place is a 75-acre cemetery. Apparently 50,000 people were buried here. There's a lot of local lore and legend that surrounds this place. Like the Vampire's Crypt is what we're really here for today, because that is such a cool spot. There's also stories of like satanic rituals going on here and it just being haunted in general. So we're gonna check it out. We're gonna do a spirit box and K2 and all that at the Vampire's Crypt. So yeah, we're gonna get in a little spirit box session, just check out the cemetery and see how cool it is. It's a really beautiful place. So leave a like on this video, subscribe to the Urban Files, and let's get into it, guys. Here's the beautiful entrance to the Erie Cemetery. Parked on this hill because the Vampire's Crypt is actually down and around the hill right there. And I'm already seeing some like really cool graves. This grave gives off a creepy vibe, for sure. Florence. To the right of it, there's this huge one. Look at this. It's like just a rectangle. Presley. Elvis? No, I'm just kidding. Whoa, there's like a circle of graves right here. That's kind of weird. I did read something on the internet that there is like a part of the cemetery where there is a circle of graves where they believe satanic rituals were done. This must have been like a child or something. Let's look at that. I can't even read it. I can see only waiting on the bottom. I can't make that out on the top. Guys, right now on the left we are approaching the famous Vampire's Crypt. Guys, I've been wanting to do this video for a while. I finally made the drive out here, and we're gonna do a spirit box session, see if this thing's real. But yeah, there it is in all its glory. There is no name on it, and it is very creepy. I mean, just look at this. Someone left a penny on each stair leading up to it. It's kind of creepy. But look at that. They must have put this like fencing up not too long ago, because if you look in, you could see like carvings on the original door. Like people were like tearing at it, trying to, I don't know, get it open or something. But yeah, that's really weird. What is up, you guys? I'm sitting on the steps to the Vampire's Crypt, and we're gonna do a spirit box session, asking some questions, see if there's any energy here. Is the Vampire's Crypt in the Erie Cemetery actually haunted? I heard probably, I swear. A lot of music coming through. There's like a tree right there. Do you want me to be sitting on the steps to the Vampire's Crypt right now? Whoever was buried here. Do you want me sitting here? I heard a scream. Did you hear that? Heard Adam. Are the legends about the satanic rituals and the circle of graves real? I heard die. Did you hear that? Did you guys hear that? I heard die. That's insane. I never heard that over a spirit box, the word die. So far, the creepiest thing we've gotten is die. That's just crazy. That's the first time I've gotten that answer. Is there a negative energy surrounding the cemetery? Whoever was buried in the vampire's crypt, do you want me sitting on the stairs to your grave right now? I heard another scream. Did you guys hear that again? Like, that's the second time, I think. So weird. Do you want me to be sitting here asking you questions right now on your grave or crypt? Does this grave have negative energy attached to it? A lot of people believe to think so. Oh guys, there was a legend about a dog that apparently like roams around the cemetery. Like people will see it and then they'll get close and then it's gone. So I'm gonna ask if that dog is really real. And yeah, is there really a haunted ghost dog that roams around the cemetery and then vanishes? I'm hearing like a lot of weird things, like, I don't know how to describe it. You guys probably hear it too, but just like a lot of like deep sounding voices. Is there a ghost of a dog roaming around the cemetery?
Not like
You want me to leave this crypt? You want me to get up and leave? Whoa, did you hear that? That was like the weirdest scream I've ever gotten on the spirit box. I'm not even joking. It was like a suspension rising sound effect almost. It was like started off light and then got really high pitched. Is there negative energy that lurks around the cemetery?